What's going on, guys? This is the junk car lady coming at you. All right, today we're going to talk about how to jumpstart a car with a jump starter in 3 easy steps. All right, now first off, guys, I know some people don't have a jump starter. For you, I'll do a separate video on how you use another vehicle to jumpstart the car. But for this one, this is in case you do have a jump starter. I definitely recommend everyone having one, at least one, in your car, because what if you need to jump? You got a dead battery. You left your lights on and you can't find anyone who has any jumper cables to jump you off. Then having a jump starter would definitely help you out. Now, the car that we're going to be using is a Honda Civic, all right, but other cars are very similar, all right, so keep that in mind. We're going to be using the Honda Civic on this one. It's one of the cars we picked up because, we buy junk cars, right, in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, right? Okay, all right, so we picked this one up. So let me go ahead and show you first. This vehicle has a dead battery. Let me turn you around. All right, so this is the Honda Civic. All right, now even though this one has body damage, you probably see the airbags deployed over there. It actually does start if the battery gets jumped. So you see in here, got the key, turn the key, nothing. Like looking at the dash, nothing's coming out. All right, dead battery. So we're just gonna take the key out, just set it down. Let's go around to the front. All right, now we're back around to the front, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the type of jump starter that I'm using. All right, now I recommend this type. I've used this particular brand for a long time. Even when I ran my repair shop, I've used this type. It's good, and it keeps a charge a pretty long time. Now, at the moment, I'm not an affiliate for this company, or anything like that. It's not a paid promotion or anything. I'm just letting you know what I use. So let me turn it around and show you what I use, and we'll get right into it. All right, so this is the brand that I use, the JNC660, and it is pretty heavy. I'm not going to lie to you, it is pretty heavy, but you could carry it. I don't know how many pounds it is, maybe 10. Nah, it might be like 20. It's kind of heavy, but it is worth having. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is locate your battery. All right, now this is on a Honda Civic. So on the Honda Civic, battery is here, and it's the same. It's very similar places for a lot of cars. All right, so just keep that in mind. So even if you don't have a Honda Civic, it can still work for you. So you're looking for the battery. All right, this is the battery right here. All right, and you're looking to see which one is the positive, which one is the negative. Now in this case, you see a red cap. A lot of cars do have a red cap to let you know that's the positive terminal, and then the other terminal is going to be the negative. Now I do need to state that this is important, guys. All right, do not try anything that I'm doing if you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? All right, and this is for an electric vehicle. This is not for hybrid. I wanted to go ahead and, state that. All right, this is not for hybrid, so don't think this is a hybrid battery. All right, it's not. This is not a hybrid. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Let's get back to it. All right, so now that we know where our positive and our negative is, I also want to point out something else too, because sometimes it does not have the red cover here. So how else can you tell which side is a positive, which side is a negative in a simple way? All right, meaning you don't have to be a mechanic to be able to understand this. Well, let's pull this red cover back. All right, now look on the battery itself. Look, that's a plus sign. That plus sign means positive. Okay, so that's how you know that's the positive side of that battery. And then on the negative side, on the battery itself, it says negative. So that way, just in case something crazy has happened where the cap is gone, or the cap is switched to the other side somehow, hey, stranger things have happened. All right, you'll be able to look on the battery itself and know, hey, this is the positive, this is the negative. Okay, now look at our jump box. Next thing, we want to identify the positive and negative of our jump box. On this jump box, it is color coded. Most of them probably are, but whatever. This one is. This is the one I'm showing you, the JNC660. All right, color coded, red, positive. The black, negative. Booyaka, booyaka, right? So what do you think that means? That means that the positive goes to the positive, negative goes to the negative. Now, on this particular one, it does have a little indicator letting you know how much charge is left. This one does have some charges in the green, which I think that's pretty cool. I like this machine for that reason, so that's pretty cool as well. All right, but moving forward, so what do we do? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the positive to the positive and then the negative to the negative. All right, that's the way that I do it. That's the way that I'm going to show you that that I do it. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to clamp this on. Take this positive right here, and I'm going to clamp it on to the battery section right here. You see this battery terminal, That's the battery post. The battery terminal is over around the post. I want to clamp it over top of this. So what I do is I squeeze, right? See? Squeeze, squeeze. This looks like some hand exercises. Squeeze, put it on there. Then I do the same for the negative. Right here. Do the same with the negative. Squeeze, squeeze. Clamp it right on there. Boom. All right. And I'll go ahead and say this too. Turn you around. Go ahead and say this too. I don't let them touch. Okay. I get in the habit of not letting them touch. Now a person could say, oh, well, they have plastic coating on there. It doesn't matter if they touch. I get in the habit of doing things the same way all the time so that I don't have issues. So when I'm giving you guys instructions on a video, it's based upon how I do. And I'm one of those type of mechanical people who I would rather take the safe way than not. All right. So if you're like, I don't care if it touches, so what? Then let it touch if that's what you want to do. But that, you make your own video about that. Okay. All right. So let's keep it moving. All right. So I got those clamped on over there. Now, another thing about this jump box too is that it'll tell you, if you press it, it'll tell you the charge that you have on this battery. At least that's what it's supposed to do. You're going to press this red button. All right. And it has a little bit of charge. Okay. Has a little bit of charge. All right. So at this point, it's not 100% dead. Now, I will tell you this particular jump box. Let me take you back. I will tell you this particular jump box. It will actually crank up a car, even if the battery is like totally dead. Right? I have cranked up cars that where the battery was totally dead. I have actually cranked up cars using the JNC60 where the car didn't even have a battery, but we can talk about that. Just letting you know that it's pretty powerful. Ever since I've been using it for some years. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and crank the car. But first, we want to make sure that any of the cables or anything is not in the way of any moving parts when we turn on the car. Right, so we just making sure they're out of the way. Now we say mobile parts. What are we talking about? We're mainly talking about the fan, but the fan's gonna be down here, guys, down up in there. So we just want to make sure we don't have anything around in that area. I like to situate the jump box. I just kind of put it on the top right here, but you can put it anywhere that you feel it's not gonna fall, basically. All right, so let me just check this. All right, check the stability. All right, I just want to make sure it's not gonna fall when I'm actually cranking the car. All right. Booyaka, let's do it. Let's get in here and let's crank up this car. All right, so coming around, I'm gonna grab our key. Got our key. Put it in. Boom, I hear the chime already, which is pretty cool. All right, now I need my other hand. Sometimes you gotta move the steering wheel a little bit. Damn it. There we go. All right. See the lights on now? We didn't get no lights before. Got the lights on now. See the lights on in the dash? That's letting you know we do have some power. And we do have enough power to actually crank this car. And the car is cranked up. You see that? The car is running. Wonderful. Now what do? Do we just leave the jump box on there? No, I don't leave the jump box on there. Now, some people, if they're given a jump using like jumper cables, they may say let it run for a little bit. These aren't jumper cables. This is a jump starter. I don't leave it on there. I take it off. All right. And I let the car do its thing. Meaning I go ahead and let the alternating system operate. Because we're looking at it from a standpoint of the battery could be dead and the alternator is not bad though. Your battery could be dead because, you know, you might have left the lights on. You know, the battery could just really be getting old. You know what I'm saying? That happens. The cold cranking ups could be a little low, or the amperage could be a little low in the battery. That can happen. All of those things does not mean that the alternator itself is bad. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take this off. So let's go back up here real quick. Turn this around. All right. So let's go. All right. And I believe that this charger system right here, that the tool, the JNC60, will actually show you how many volts it's putting out as it's charging. I think. I don't remember. We're going to see. Because I usually use another tool to test that. But we're going to see if this does it. Going to press this button. Booyah. You see that? Y'all see that? See how it went all the way over there? A little over 14. All right. And I'm trying to get it at the right angle so you won't think it's in the red. Because it's not in the red. It's at the far end of the green. All right. A little over 14. All right. So that's what I was showing you guys. That it shows you how many volts you know, what voltage you have. And that's good, right? Because that is one way that you test an alternator. Notice I said one way because volts is one thing, amps is another. We ain't gonna get onto that in this video, but just know it's like, hey, that's a good thing. I'm over in the green while it's running, right? While the vehicle's actually running. That's a good sign. So now we can go ahead and remove these clamps. All right, so let's turn around and let's do it. All right, so in this case, remember what we did is we happened to put the red one up first, and then we put the black. So we'll just go ahead and do the opposite. I'm gonna take this black one off. It goes right on the side here, and I'm gonna take this red one off. I'm gonna do it like this. All right, put it over here on the side, and then I would just move this tool out the way. Just move the tool out the way, off to the side. All right, now once again, there's different, you know, information out there on which one you take off first, which one you take off second. Look, follow what you want. I'm telling you what I do, right? And I've been doing this for some years, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And I never had an issue or anything like that. At the end of the day, I do these videos to kind of help you guys be able to see how you can do some of these things yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you get a jump box like this, or any type of jump box, you can get them at the parts stores, right? At AutoZone, Advance, O'Reilly's. Any of those parts stores you got, it doesn't really matter. I'm not endorsing either one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not affiliate for either one of them at the moment. You get you a jump box, a jump starter, then you'll be able to do this as well. You could literally have this jump box in your vehicle, in your trunk, if that's where you want to keep it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have to wait for somebody to give you a jump, because as you can see, this car is now indeed running. All right, so hopefully this has been helpful for you guys on how to jump start a car using a jump starter in 3 easy steps. Don't forget, guys, if you are tired of fixing your vehicle, you like, man, bump this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm ready to get rid of this vehicle. I'm tired of fixing it. Call the Junk Car Lady if you are in Raleigh, North Carolina, or the surrounding areas of Raleigh, North Carolina. Give us a call, 919-228-8610, because we do pay cash for junk cars. Cash in hand, baby. Or you can visit us at our website at thejunkcarlady.com. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video, baby. And we out.
So your old car is broken, and you really need some money. Time to make that call, just call me, the Junk Car Lady. No matter the make or model, if you need quick cash, just call the Junk Car Lady. We buy it fast. Just call me, the Junk Car Lady.